Do you really know what gun control is about? Here we see six of some of the worst communist leaders and dictators of all time who decided that gun control would be best for its people. With millions of people now unarmed, these government leaders were now able to overrun the citizens without them having to worry about them fighting back. After all, the Second Amendment was written for the protection of who and what? That's right, the protection of the people against the government. Here we have two interviews from the owner of Bullseye Sport and also one of the employees. Interviewing them is our very own Brandon Montgomery and Nick Viola.
This is Vince from Bullseye Sport in Riverside.
How you doing?
Good. Alright, what's your view on gun control?
What's my view on gun control? There shouldn't be any gun control. You should control the people, not the guns. The guns are just a tool. It's the people who commit the crimes, not the guns.
And what do you think would happen if gun control actually occurred and nobody had guns to protect themselves?
Simple. I came from Cuba, where that's what they did. They came in, they took all the guns away, and communism started. So that's pretty much what you'll get here that would happen. That's why we need to have our guns. Not to protect ourselves from the people, but to protect ourselves from the government. That's the main reason why we believe in the Second Amendment. That's the way why the Second Amendment was written.
Okay. What do you think would happen if all the gun laws were repealed?
Well, you shouldn't repeal all the gun laws because some laws probably do make sense. What would happen? Well, it's kind of hard to say what will be the outcome. You do have some control that you need to have, like age, who's your own guns. There'll be an age limit, which we do have now. People who are criminals shouldn't have guns. So there should be some control in that. But if you take away all the gun control, chances are probably nothing would happen. Because a law-abiding citizen like me will not go out and start shooting people. We just have our guns and we'll use our guns for either hunting, for having a good time. Pretty much it.
And what influences your beliefs against gun control?
They target guns because they have a misconception of what guns do. Good guns don't do anything wrong. They don't kill people. They're crazy people. They're criminals. The gangsters, the gangs, they're the ones who commit the crime. So they're targeting the wrong, they're targeting the tool, and it shouldn't be the tool. It should be the people who use the guns.
Do you believe guns kill people?
Nope. No, only in the wrong hands. I can, right now, you're in my store, I can load up all these guns that I have here, and no one will get shot unless somebody comes back here and grabs a gun and pulls the trigger. So the guns will never kill anybody, only the person behind it.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming in.
Alright, this is Alex from Bullseye Sport. I'm just going to interview him on a few questions about gun control. What's your view on gun control?
I believe that guns shouldn't be controlled. They need to be kept out of the wrong hands. They need to be kept away from criminals and mentally defective individuals.
Number two, what do you think would happen if gun control actually occurred and nobody had guns to protect themselves?
I believe the crime rate would definitely increase, seeing that criminals prey on people that can't protect themselves. If you look at states that have high gun control, you would see that the murder rates and theft and things like that are skyrocketing.
Number three, what do you think would happen if all gun laws were repealed?
I think that crime rate would definitely go down, seeing that criminals would know that more people out there have guns and that they're there to protect themselves. They wouldn't just go up to any average Joe and say, "Oh, I'm going to rob this guy because he might have a gun."
What influenced your beliefs against gun control?
I grew up in a conservative household. We're definitely pro-rights in my house. Don't tread on me. things like that fly out in my front yard. It's just family. It's the way you're raised is basically it.
Okay, now lastly, do you believe guns kill people?
I do not believe guns kill people. Guns do not kill people. Evil people kill people. That's it.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. No problem.
Here are 5 main facts and reasons as to why gun control might not be the best idea. Number 1. After the rise of Nazis, Germany established their version of gun control in 1938 and from 1939 to 1945. 13 million Jews, gypsies, homosexuals, and mentally ill and others who were unable to defend themselves against the brown shirts were arrested and exterminated. Number 2. After Communist China established gun control in 1935, an estimated 50 million political dissidents unable to defend themselves against their fascist leaders were arrested and exterminated. Number 3. Cambodia established gun control in 1956. From 1975 to 1977, 1 million of the educated people unable to defend themselves against their fascist government were arrested and exterminated as well. Number 4. If you take away guns from their owners, crimes are likely to skyrocket. This has already occurred in other places like Chicago, as you can see in this picture. And last but not least, do guns kill people? Of course they do not. It is extremely clear that guns do not kill people. People kill people. Do we blame cars for drunk driving? Or do we even blame our pencils for mistakes? It couldn't be any clearer that guns do not kill people. And last but not least, I would like to end this documentary with 5 pictures that I hope will change your outlook on gun control.
Well, I grew up in one of them old farm towns where they hit it hard till the sun goes down. Nobody really seemed to care that we were living in the middle of nowhere. We just figured that's how it was, and everybody else was just like us, soaking in the rain, baking in the sun. Don't quit till the job gets done. That's the only way I know.
That old man spent his life living off the land, dirty hands and a clean soul. It breaks his heart seeing foreign cars filled with fumes